I want some M&M's.
You picked up, you grabbed about the book.
You said what?
I don't even know how many pounds.
We just all black sitting in the back. Then we got all the way through the front.
What the hell is you doing?
Yeah, I need some coffee. Make yourself cook. Make somebody else make me cook. Whoa!
You disappeared for
Ooh, he got the apple thing. He got the apple phone bug. Feeling special? Hey, don't be watching anything inappropriate.
Where you got that bit from?
That's ours. I've been happy.
Stop it! Bro, that's how I'm trying to beat your ass in class. You got to violate.
Sit down, Jake. Back here. Sit down. Yeah, up front. And sit down. Don't touch it. I'm sorry.
Stop it!
You see? Jake, right here.
Yeah.
Sit down. Yeah, in front.
I know what I'm doing, but leave me alone.
If you know, you should already be in the Here, pull this desk up, Tommy. I don't quiet down, Mia. I do not have to repeat myself. Quiet. Stop talking. Sit down. Everyone should be seated. Backpacks off so you can sit properly in your desk. That means you two. That means everyone with a backpack on. It needs to come off and get put next to you so you can sit properly in your desk. I will count 2, 3. 1, 2. Jaden, Skylar, are you deaf? Do you not hear me? Take your backpack off. All right. I'm going to take attendance, and then we're going to get started. We got a couple of things we have to get done today. Starting with, I'm going to pass back the test. Kyler, stop making noise, please. Jaden, you need to be nice and quiet right now. I know what you need to do, Jaden. You need to be quiet right now. All right. Cece, take off the hat, please. Get your feet and knees under your desk and face the front. You too, Ryan.
Yeah, still toe boots.
Turn around, Sean. All right, we got a couple of things. Mia, I need your feet and knees under your desk and facing the front. So the first thing we're going to do is go over the test y'all took, which I've already posted your grades, and I'm pleased to say they were pretty good. So we'll go through it very quickly, not because I feel like y'all need the extra education, support on those topics, but you can check my grading to make sure that I didn't make any mistakes, and we'll do that as soon as I take attendance. While I'm taking attendance, the room needs to stay quiet. Thank you, Kyler. Yes. Yes, Noah. What? Yes, when it's time for you to write, which is not right now, I will come around with both paper and pencil for those of you who need it. Quiet. Stop talking. Jaden, talking. Turn around, Jasmine.
Oh, you got checked out. Again? What's your hair for?
Quiet. 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 Tyler, stop talking. Hey, I'll tell you what now, I'm getting tired of it. Sean, if that's your choice of a seat, you need to get your feet and knees under your desk and stop talking. Kyler, I'm not going to put up with it. I will send you out of this room to Miss Stoker's with a writing assignment if you do not stop talking. Jaden, you are already going to have to go out of the room because you got to make up this test, but that doesn't mean you get to sit there and make noise till I get to you. Do you understand? Turn around. Turn around, Amaya. Zanaya, you need to sit.
I am
No!
around. That
Stop
gets all
talking
annoying,
back to me. You do not need to get up to get paper. I already said I'm going to come around with paper and pencil. Again, and I have said this since August. Your number one priority in this room is to stay in your seat. August, people. Since August. It is February 3rd of the following year, and you still cannot understand that. Quiet. Quiet. Jacob. Quiet. All right. Jaden, do you have a pen or pencil? Stop it, Sean. Yeah, I'm going to bring you one in the test. You just go next door to Miss Stoker's and take the test. Yeah, those will go free. Okay, I'll bring you another one. You did not take it, but you need to go next door to do that. Nice work, Scott. You need to you do not want that. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm in there, they're not.
Sorry, 7th grade. You know what I meant. Turn around, Noah.
Mad or no.
Denia, good job.
She mad.
Alright, let's go through these real quickly. And again, if you have any questions on the grading, let me know after we're done. Give me a chance to get through it. Stop whistling, please. I don't need any sound effects in my room. I really don't. Take the earbuds out and put them away, Kyla. Put them away in your backpack or pocket. All right, number 1. Oh, by the way, the multiple choice are worth 3 points apiece. So if you see a number circled right here with minus something, that's how much you missed on the multiple choice. If you only missed 1, 2, or 3, I probably didn't put anything there. I just added it up. The short answer worth 10 points apiece. So if you see something like a -4 or -5, you got partial credit for it. All right, number 1, the preserved remains or traces of an organism that lived long ago are known as C, fossils. Number 2, the 2 main kingdoms of organisms are D, plants and animals. Number 3, a well-tested explanation for a wide range of observations is a C, scientific theory. Listen, I don't fuss at y'all about chewing gum in my class. Although when I went to school, it was verboten. It was not allowed, but I am not going to have you popping your gum during class, please. Number 4, when things change slowly over time, scientists refer to the process as C, evolution. 5, an inherited behavior or physical characteristic is known as a C, adaptation. Number 6, when organisms can mate with each other, they are part of the same bee species. Number 7, if you have 2 mockingbirds and one has a white chest and the other a gray chest, the color variation is known as the color difference is known as a bee variation. 8, the process by which modern organisms have changed over time is called de-evolution. Number 9, an adaptation must be both A, inherited, and C, genetic. Therefore, the answer is D, A and C. Number 10, the scientist who developed the theory of evolution is B, Darwin. Put him away, Kyler, or I'm going to confiscate him. Number 11, the theory of evolution also contains the theories of B, natural selection, and C, survival of the fittest, so the answer is E, B and C. Number 12, the scientist who first proposed that organisms can become more complex over time was A, Lamarck. Haley, I need you to turn around, keep your feet and knees under your desk, rotate your shoulders, there we go. Number 13, the islands where Darwin developed his theory of evolution are the B, Galapagos Islands. 14, the bird that captured Darwin's attention on the Galapagos Islands was the A, finch. 15, animals of the same species can never mate with each other. False. 16, the British ship on which Darwin traveled was the D, HMS Beagle. Not the HMS Puppy Dog. 17, when Darwin first developed the theory of evolution, he immediately told everyone about his idea. False. 18, Darwin studied fossils to develop his scientific ideas. True. 19, the body part of the bird which captured Darwin's attention was the B, beak. And 20, the mantis shrimp can break glass. True. All right, short answer. Number 1, explain the different characteristics of finch beaks that Darwin found interesting and why. There were 2 basic shapes, long and sharp and pointed, and thick, strong, and hooked. The long, pointy one was good for stabbing, pecking at insects out of tree bark or off the ground, or stabbing worms, grubs, small lizards. And the heavier beak, that it's a hooked beak, was good for cracking nuts and eating fruit. Darwin found them interesting because he realized that the bird's hook, or beak, the bird's beak, whether it was hooked or sharp, matched the part of the island on which the bird lived. So the part of the island that had a lot of fruit trees and nuts was inhabited by the finch that had a hooked beak, and the part of the island that had a bunch of insects and ground bugs was inhabited by the finch with the pointy beak. All right, number 2. Other than the finch, name 2 unique animals who live in the Galapagos Islands. My choice is the giant tortoise and the marine iguana. Some of you included butterflies, and there were a couple of good answers. Actually, there was another animal I hadn't thought about that y'all included. Can't remember what it was. Might have been the penguin. There's that warm weather penguin that lives there. Did you put that? No. I don't know if there's sea lions there. There's that blue-footed booby, the bird, the blue-footed booby, so cute. And it has a funny name. All right, 3. List the classification system of organisms. King Philip came over for good soup. Kingdom, file, and class order, family, genus, species. All right, anybody have a question on the grading? Good. Okay, yes.
For number 1, I put the big evolved because you have it.
Okay, and you probably got partial credit for that.
I couldn't get number 3.
Correct? You got partial credit? Okay, and it's a 10-point question. So the answer is yes, you got partial credit. But you did not describe the shape of the beak or the characteristics of the beak or what they were used for. This is the first part of the question. All right, a couple of announcements before we start today. First of all, did I explain to you what penumbra is? And so just remember, this is the word penumbra has a number of definitions. When you get into the 8th grade and you study space, you start getting into the studies of the universe and whatnot. Penumbra is also used in relation to solar and lunar eclipses because the penumbra is the shadow that is cast during an eclipse on Earth. And there's both in eclipses, there's both an umbra and a penumbra. The penumbra is a wider shadow that is not as dark. The umbra is the direct dark shadow that is produced in an eclipse. But as we're using it here, it means a similar thing. So you can see where a shadow could be cast by the umbrella, and everything underneath the umbrella would be in its shadow or in its penumbra or covered by it. And so if you are the theory of evolution, you also cover the 2 theories of natural selection and survival of the fittest. Today's topic is natural selection. So we're going to start, as we usually do, by defining the vocabulary terms on page 334. You're going to use the glossary to do that. And what are you going to do with your vocabulary? Going to put it somewhere safe so that when we have an open note quiz or test or when you need to study, you have it. You're going to add, there are only 4 terms on page 334. You do not have to do the academic vocabulary. When you're done with those 4 terms, get down the information on the front board. And after that, last but not least, in your notes today, you need to explain how natural selection works. See page 337 to page 338, actually. And know this. I'm not going to let you scribble a prepositional phrase or a partial sentence down that doesn't even make any sense and then get out your Chromebooks or something and start playing around. So I'm going to come around and read what you have written for number 3, and it better make sense.
It will.
So use your textbook and give me a satisfactory answer. Y'all are smart enough to do this. Don't tell me you can't figure it out. It's simple. Natural selection means that the animals who are the strongest and the smartest are going to get the best food, and they're going to have the best babies, and then their babies are going to have babies. Tyler, I'm trying hard. I'm trying hard to be patient with you. And I'm down to my last bit of patience. So if you want to stay in the class and learn something, which I hope you do, then you're welcome to do that. But if you cannot be quiet and sit still, You know, I'm not even going to make you take notes. I cannot make you write, but I'm not going to tolerate squirming around and making a bunch of unnecessary noises. You understand? Anybody need paper and or pencil?
I need a pencil.
Okay. Yeah. You need to sit up. You got work to do. Yeah. Sit up.
Hey, once.
You got work to do. So annoying. Mia, sit up. You did real well on this last test. I'm not going to let you bomb on the next one.
Ain't nothing funny.
Here.
Shut up, Sean.
Shut up, Sean.
Oh my gosh, now I make you drop. Turn
Turn
around, Tanaya.
He has an eye. You get on your nerves?
Quiet, quiet, quiet.
Can I sharpen this pencil?
Turn around, Jasmine.
You got a sharpener?
No. Turn around, Sean. Okay, good.
Mechanism.
Cut the pencil. Do you need paper? You need paper? Tyler, do you want to take these notes? I'm not going to make you, but if you just use yes, something to keep you occupied, something to help you learn and move on. Great. I mean, look at that. Seriously? The only thing I can say that I know is good is that when you get put back to grade, I'm not going to have you in my class. You'll have to get Quiet. 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 Jaden, this is why I need you to get your backpack off your desk, sit down, and then get whatever you need out of your backpack. Because if you are standing up there, you are guaranteed to disrupt my class, whether you mean to or not. Now, please sit down. Please sit down. Yes, no. Yeah. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Did you copy that right out of the book? It's very good. Okay. I did. What did I say? Are you still working? More paper and pencil, Tyler? All right. No, Jaden, no. You are, no. You are going to do what you're supposed to do, and I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. Can you please stop interrupting my class? Jaden, stop talking. Stop talking. Stop. Tyler, this isn't the sharpest pencil in the world, but it does have enough lead on it. You have trouble with it. These are our notes. Yeah, these are your notes. Your vocabulary is always your notes. Oh, Jaden, you know what? I think you had better luck typing than writing, so I just want to type your vocabulary. But I'll let you come. Yeah. No, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not going to have a stream of people going in and out of this room. I shouldn't let both of them go. Sit down, Sean. Stop using that mouse. I thought it was Sean making that clicking sound. It's you. Turn around, Sean. Find something to do to keep yourself busy. Get your feet and knees under your desk. Right. Y'all are doing real well. Did I already look at you? Turn around, Sean. All the dumb animals die. Good answer. Did I already look at you? That's right. Turn down. Okay. Yeah, I'll do one. Uh-huh. Who said that?
Am I done?
Yeah, that was a good answer, man. No, that is not nearly what it says. This says to process, yeah, I expect you to learn, I expect you to succeed, I expect you to become a functional adult. Yeah, good job, yeah. A process by which individuals that are better adapted to their environment are more likely to survive and reproduce than other members of This does not say basketball. It says a phrase of it, but it doesn't tie anything together. Can you stop that, please, now? That's what that phrase is. Stop, yes. Y'all stay quiet. There's still people working.
Period. Can I go to sleep now? Somebody took a button out there. You know it.
It'll still work. Just press a little white dot in the center. Yeah, kind of. Uh-huh. All right, in about 2 minutes, we're going to talk about natural selection. So all of you need to be prepared. Close your Chromebook. Take off your headphones in 2 minutes.
It's gonna be time to go in 2 minutes. Bro, it's not. It's not count.
Well, I think we're talking about natural selection. Hey, quiet! Turn around, Skylar. Stop talking. So, natural selection and survival of the fittest of the
What you looking at? You. You should it. Oh, okay, whatever. That's what you yeah, that's what I thought. I'm not scared of you. I ain't scared of you either. You gotta stop say it wrong and wrong, but they gonna be there like oh my goodness.
Alright, y'all close up your Chromebooks, take your headphones off. Got a little bit of work to do. If you're good for me, you can. I'll put a video on or something during SOAR and y'all can relax for a few minutes before we go to lunch. Okay. Sean, close it up.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Okay. Alright. I'm going to read to you an excerpt from the textbook. An excerpt from the textbook on how
Matrix, bitch.
natural selection works. I don't know. Take that hood off. You got some nerve though coming over here.
What is it?
Can I get the Mia? Keep that Mia.
What?
Yeah, that's what I said. Alright. So, y'all listen up. This is a good explanation. I know y'all well enough to know you didn't read it as carefully as you could have. Noah, take the headphones off. Close up the Chromebook. Or I'm going to put you to work during SOAR. You don't want that. You want to pay attention.
For the guy you showed on, man, no count. That was my cousin? Or was it a boy? It was a girl.
Girl.
Oh, that's
All right, everybody should be on page 337. 337. 337. Come on, Jaden, while we're young.
You got it, man.
All right, and you should be reading along with me. Skylar, close your laptop completely up so I know you're paying attention. Thank you. All right, how natural selection works, page 337. Now, the first sentence, you know, is going to become part of your notes. and is going to for sure be in the short answer section of your next test. The question will be, what 3 factors did Darwin identify as affecting the process of natural selection? That is the first sentence of this passage. So here we go. Darwin identified 3 factors that affect the process of natural selection. They are overproduction, variation, and competition. First, there must be overproduction. Darwin knew that most species produce more offspring than can possibly survive. Take, for instance, this weekend, I went out for oysters. I love oysters in the winter. And do you know, at the oyster restaurant, I went to that marina, the oyster bar at the end of Bio Boulevard by Cervantes. And on the back of their menu, they have a little descriptive thing on oysters. Did you know that in 1 year, an oyster lays 150 million eggs?
Oh my God.
Yes.
That's crazy.
But how many of those survive? Like 10 or 12, literally. So
a million?
all those eggs get
105
eaten.
million.
Quiet. If you will
See,
be
I was
quiet, you
the
will
question.
learn something. All the other hundreds of millions of eggs that get produced by all the oysters in the Gulf of Mexico, Apalachicola Bay, Mobile Bay, East Coast, they get eaten by crabs and other animals, filter feeders, jellyfish, stuff like that. So that meal, is this a question you must ask?
Oh, it's about this. You can finish on.
Okay, thank you. This is what Darwin noticed when he realized animals tend to overproduce. Because it's only by overproduction that many animals guarantee they're going to have offspring that survive. Now, humans are not like that. Humans tend to, and many mammals, whales, dolphins, have 1 or 2 babies. Cheetahs, the big cats, the lions, have 1 or 2 babies, 3 at the most. So that's why a mother lion is a lioness, and why, mothers are called, soccer moms are called lionesses and whatnot, and humans, very protective of our young because we don't produce millions of babies. So we gotta make sure the ones we do produce thrive. Does everybody get the idea of overproduction? Yeah, true that. All right, Mia, you had your hand up.
Do oysters have a sperm donor?
Well, the female oyster lays an egg, and the male oyster covers it with sperm. The egg gets fertilized.
Oh.
So, yeah, it's a male and female thing. Yes.
So she lays the egg and the dude puts the
Sperm
sperm
over
on.
the top, and the eggs get fertilized. Yes.
That's like a redneck thing.
All right. Maybe it is a redneck thing. Can we go on now? Quiet. All right. Darwin knew that most species, now not all species, not humans, dolphins, whales, the most intelligent species, the ones with the higher functioning brains, do not produce millions of sperm. We take care of our babies. Okay, but Darwin knew that most species produce more offspring than can possibly survive. Secondly, there must be variation. Members of a population differ from one another in many of their traits. I mean, look at this one. Look at Mia. Mia's already 8-10 inches taller than I am, strong, beautiful. I'm a teeny little runt compared to her. We have great variation. Now, if we lived out in the wild